Welcome to the Christian Law of Attraction and Success podcast, where faith meets manifestation. Join Ryan Hicks as he explores how biblical principles align with the law of attraction, empowering you to achieve God-given success. He will delve into scripture, discuss practical strategies, and share inspiring stories of transformation. Discover how to cultivate a positive mindset, attract blessings, and live a prosperous life through a Christ-centered lens. Get ready to unlock your potential and experience the abundant life Jesus came to give you.
Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of Taught2Profit.com, and I want to thank you for tuning into the Christian Law of Attraction and Success podcast. Today, I want to talk to you about how attraction without action will lead to failure. Many people think that the law of attraction is a law of inaction. They've watched movies and documentaries and videos. There's all kinds of people today pushing the law of attraction, but they're pushing it in a way that sells better. Most of these people have never been successful at anything besides coaching about the law of attraction, getting people's hopes up, talking them into things that sound good, but don't actually bring results. That's why you got these people who have been talking about the law of attraction for decades, and they have nothing to show for it. They're still talking about manifesting a cup of coffee or getting a parking space. It's because the law of attraction does not work if you don't put action into it. It is not a law of inaction. I get that these people promote, just effortless manifesting and all this stuff, which there's truth to that somewhat. But it's only because you've built a life of action that you get these things that are effortless. If you're just doing all of your life is effortless and you're not putting any effort in anything, you're not going to be manifesting the best life. Matter of fact, I guarantee you'll be manifesting a bad life. It just doesn't work. You have to be in the right vibrational state. Vibration is a law greater than the law of attraction. You see a plane go up in the air. The law of gravity is very powerful. We understand that. You walk off the top of a building, you're going to fall down. Doesn't matter if you're a righteous man or an unrighteous man. But there are laws that are greater than the law of gravity, such as lift and thrust. And we see this going on to get a plane up in the air. A heavier than air plane is going through the air at tremendous speeds and able to fly, able to break the law of gravity, so to speak. The law of vibration is before the law of attraction. It's more powerful than the law of attraction. You need to be in the right vibrational state, and you get in the right vibrational state to attract the things you want in life by taking the proper actions that would lead to you getting those things. This is why many people talk about faking it till you make it or acting as if. There's a lot of truth to that, because if you're acting as if you're the person who has whatever that thing is you want, you're going to behave differently than the person who doesn't have that thing. Now, please don't misunderstand. I'm not telling you if your desire is to become a millionaire that you need to go out and spend a bunch of money like a millionaire. Not at all. You need to start thinking like they do. Get in the vibrational state of a millionaire. How do we think? We think differently. We behave differently. We act differently. You change your mind to be that person, and you become that person, and you speak like that person. You don't have to trick God or do any weird little manipulative thing where you're like, oh, well, I'll go out and get a Ferrari, and then God will have to make me rich to support the Ferrari. You're going to get a Ferrari repoed, my friend, if you're thinking that way. God's not mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. And this is important. If you're sowing good actions, divine activity, God's given you ideas, and you follow them, and you act on them, and you do the things you need to be doing, you get yourself in the vibrational state of the person who has that blessing that you want in life, and you'll start to manifest it via the law of attraction. If you're just wanting to sit around and pretend like the universe is a great cosmic catalog, and you're just going to order what you want and sit back and do nothing, it's not going to happen. I know you want to hear that it will happen. The only way that happens, and this is vitally important to understand, the only way that kind of thing happens, that effortless manifestation happens, is because you have put in the work. You've planted seed after seed after seed after seed, and you're starting to get harvest. So really that effortless manifestation is not really effortless because you put effort in before it. It may not be effort to get it when it manifests, but there was a lot you did that led to that. And it's not always as cut and dry as, well, I started this business and I made millions of dollars. Sometimes the manifestation comes because you helped that person cross the street and you started that business and you put in 80 hours a week and you did this and that. And all these things went together to build the character of the person who is worth millions of dollars, who's deserving of millions of dollars. Listen, you're not going to get things you're not deserving of, that you have not created within you the self-image to believe that you deserve those things and that you are a person with those things. When Jesus said in Mark chapter 11, verse 23, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. When he said that, that is a person who has the self-image of being that individual worthy of that thing, not just worthy of the thing, but actually in possession of the thing before they even received it. That's going to take action. You're going to do things differently if you believe you received when you prayed. If you believe that whatsoever you say will come to pass, you're going to behave differently. You're going to take actions. The people sitting back doing nothing, thinking the law of attraction is going to magically bring stuff to them, don't really believe. They're hoping, they're wanting something to happen. They're wanting a magical law of attraction manifestation to occur, and yet they'll never get it. They'll just keep frittering their lives away, worrying about manifesting a cup of coffee and a parking space because they can never get out of the rut of mediocrity and nothingness that they're in to actually manifest some big, major things in their lives. And of course, big is subjective because it depends on the individual. Is somebody becoming a millionaire big to a person who's a billionaire? Of course not. But to somebody who only has $500 in their bank account, it's a big deal. Whatever big is for you, it doesn't matter, but you're never going to manifest that if you don't take action. And I would encourage you to go back and listen to episode 14 of this podcast, because in that I talk about putting the action into the law of attraction. It is vitally important that you understand this. That is why I'm reiterating this in this podcast. Talking about some different things in this podcast, but I'm reiterating the fact that you must take action. If you just sit back and think you're going to manifest effortlessly, you don't understand how this stuff works. It takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of action, massive action in many cases, to build up to the point of being in the vibrational state that you start to just manifest whatever you want, as you please and effortlessly. But it's only effortlessly in that moment, because the reality is you manifested that stuff right here and now because of all the actions you took in the past. Even the small things that seem minimal, seem like nothing, maybe seem trivial even, they all led to you building up to being this person and having the self-image of being the person who has what they say. You manifest what you desire. You get whatever you say. You, my friend, can be that person. Start taking massive action today. Whatever it is you know to do, something keeps coming up in your heart to do something, to call somebody, to start a business, to quit a job even, whatever it is. Start taking that action today and watch as you get into the vibrational state and you start manifesting effortlessly those things you desire because of all the effort you put in before that. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.